Good morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome.
Hey,
Welcome to Day Wave. It is the day before Election Day. So we'll see what happens. Um, I don't, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. I think it's going to be Trump. I believe that. I think that a lot of people are saying it's going to be a Trump landslide. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to win. I honestly don't think that we're going to know who the president is tomorrow night. I mean, I hope we do, but I have no earthly idea. No earthly idea who's going to be. If we're going to find out tomorrow, I guess we'll figure it out. So I guess go vote tomorrow. Go vote tomorrow. We'll figure it out. I think that we'll probably won't know till the end of the week. That's my prediction. I mean, honestly, it's a fucking guessing game. You can't go by the polls. You can't go by any of that stuff. It really is just a guessing game to see who the president's going to be tomorrow. Yes, I do believe Trump's going to win. It's what it looks like to me. It's what it feels like to me. But yeah, you gotta. I don't know, man. Obviously, the biggest fear is obviously riots and all that bullshit that could come after this. I hope it's not bad. But I guess we'll figure it out. I mean, what are you gonna do now? You know, is anybody right now really gonna change their mind? Do you think there are people today on Monday, the day before the election, going like, who am I going to vote for? I really don't even know yet. I have no idea. I have no idea who's gonna. Everybody knows who they're voting for. Everybody already knows. I don't think there's going to be hearts and minds that are going to be changed today. Actually, how many people have already voted? It's like a fucking ridiculous amount of people early voted too. So I don't know, man. I will be glad to see the political ads be over, but you know, it's not over in terms of all the bullshit that's going to come afterwards. We'll see with the voter fraud stuff. I mean, there's always voter fraud. There always will be. There always has been. But yeah, I can't wait till all this is over. It's exhausting, right? It really is. And yeah, you can change some states. You could change your votes. I don't think all of them you can, if I'm correct, right? I believe in some states you can change your vote if you early voted. I don't think it's going to be a lot of. I don't know. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of people changing their votes. You know, I think some people are entrenched. It really does take a lot. I'm sure there's some, you know, but I don't know, man. I'm just so gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so happy when it's over. I think most people are gonna be happy when it's over. It's enough. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares. People have made their decision. Was actually pretty nice today. Actually, the first I actually felt like fall in Florida. It was a chilly 60 something degrees this morning. I know the rest of the people fucking laugh every time I bring that up. Because some of you are like fucking 30-degree weather right now. It's probably snows in June and shit. I get it. But for me, it was nice, you know? Nice and chilly. But we're going to have some stuff today. I have some, obviously some Thomas Murphy stuff. Mondays are always the best for Thomas Murphy stuff because he films all his stuff over the weekends. And I have another black and white student exchange video. This one's on race relations. It should be interesting. Every one that we've played has just been absolutely fantastic. Let me turn that on. Has been absolutely fantastic. And no, the Bidens will not get justice. They will skate. No, none of these people are gonna go to jail, guys. It ain't gonna happen. So you could get that out of there. You get all that stuff out of there. But yeah, it's lovely out. outside of that, I mean, my relative's still in the hospital. It's been a while. It's still going, and it's a battle. I was talking to JJ actually off air about it. It's a marathon. It's up and down. Some days are terrible. Some days are better, and I don't know, man. That's something else that's just fucking been exhausting for me. I know you could tell I'm fucking been exhausted, so that's a big part of it. So we'll see how all that goes. But you know what? This is a welcome distraction for me, and I like doing the show in the morning. So hopefully you guys enjoy me doing the show. And even if you don't, thanks for being here. I know they ain't much going on right now in the morning anyway. Not many people decide I'm going to do a morning show during the weekday on YouTube. It's probably not the best time slot. Hey, but fuck it, somebody's got to do it. I've been watching a lot of Top Gear. I don't want to watch anything with politics in it. Just been watching a lot of old Top Gears and stuff. That's about it. Like I've been really not trying to watch any new stuff, any right wing or left wing new stuff. I mean, obviously you watch some and you have to because for the show and stuff. But like I try not to just fucking overwhelm yourself with that. It's a fucking. Oh, God, it fucks your brain up. A one-man army found out the Australian army does foreign recruitment. I'm living life at the Outpost if Biden wins. Hey, man, go live life at the Outpost. It's funny because I was talking to a friend over the weekend, and their parents are Biden people, right? And their parents were talking to them, and they were saying, well, all these Trump supporters are crazy. They're just fucking crazy, stupid, crazy people. And they go, well, Royce is a Trump supporter, right? And he's like, wait, what? Royce is? But he seems so level-headed. How is he not a crazy? It's like they didn't say this last part, but that's basically implied. It's like, how is he not a crazy maniac? How is he not a country bumpkin that fucks goats? How is he not that? It's just a weird. And then you look into it, and then like, well, all they do is watch Rachel Maddow and watch whatever the fucking news tells them, and we really do have like this odd mentality, right, of people on the other side, because the right does it too. Let's not pretend the right doesn't do it either. The right does it too. Like if you find someone's a Biden supporter, you're like, oh, what, a fucking moron, a fucking libtard lefty snowflake, a lefty libtard snowflake, lefty snowflake, libtard snowflake, beta cuck. And then you're like, well, no, I know people that are voting for Biden that are actually nice people and normal people. For the most part, most people are. And I know that's crazy to say, right? Like, I know that people have this thought, a lot of people on the left have this thought that everybody on the right is some fucking QAnon boomer, and that's not really true. A lot of people on the right find that stuff fucking cringe as fuck. And a lot of people have a thought that everybody on the left thinks that Antifa is fucking awesome, man. A lot of people on the left think Antifa is stupid. Like, they do. But obviously what gets covered is the extremes, right? Like, you have to. Because nobody wants the news report to be, man today goes to work and comes home and has dinner with his family. That's not news. Nobody wants to hear about guy gets promotion at work and comes home. Nobody wants to hear that. At all. They want to hear fucking Antifa's burning city. Well, this Simple Farmer's got a good point. Antifa, man, burning cities down, dude. And everybody wants to just talk about the fucking QAnon. It's just, look again, man. And I say this, and I know people get mad. And I understand it. You can be mad. But I mean, at the end of the day, and I'm going to repeat this, and I will sound like a broken record. You got to work and live with these people afterwards, no matter what side you're on. And I know for the most part, and not completely, because I know there's people that are going to vote for Biden and lefty people that message me that listen to the show. But I know for the most part, it's right-wing stuff, But it's right-wing people that listen. But you have to live with these people afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go to work with them. You have to actually have a life. with them, you can't have this visceral hate for everybody around you. You know, you can't. Um, and honestly, and I think this is something that needs to be said. You know, I'm going to vote for Trump because I think Trump is going to be better for me, for my family, and in all honesty, slow down the fucking socialist commie bullshit. My opinion. But none of you guys think any of these people actually care about you, right? Like, do you really think that any of these people care about you? And I'm not saying you guys, but I'm saying you watch it all the time. Like, Trump's the only person that actually cares about Americans. No, he doesn't. And fucking Biden definitely doesn't either. So nobody's doing this because they care about you. These people don't care about you. They don't care about your life. They care about staying in power. Now, that being said, there are benefits with one side staying in power versus the other side. That part I will agree with 100%. But it is, to me, it's this feeling that, like, some of these boomers have, like, he's our only choice. He was sent by God. God sent some perfect people to... Come on, guys. Fucking relax, all right? Stop it. And Biden doesn't give a shit about you fucking either. None of them do, all right? All those are like, Biden has to win. It's the only way we're going to keep Roe v. Wade. Stop it. Stop being stupid, okay? Roe v. Wade ain't going nowhere. Now, obviously, I historically would like Republicans to win because for money, it's better. For taxes, it's better. And that affects my life. It does. More than other stuff, that affects my life. Nobody's going to come in and save us from the upcoming riots. Nobody's going to come in and save us from the fires that are burning down cities. None of that's going to happen. There's not going to be a knight in shining armor that's going to come down with a flaming sword riding on a winged horse. That's just not something that anyone should be thinking is going to happen. I say this about politicians. I say this about YouTubers. I say this about myself. And I've said this about myself. Don't idolize anybody. Don't make anybody your hero. It's okay to have heroes, but make sure that they affect you personally. Don't make... People will let you down. Everyone's human. And I think a lot of these people, and again, I like speaking specifically about, only because I see it the most. I'm not saying that it's not everywhere, but like, the QAnon people that make Trump like some sort of angel person that's here to destroy the Satanists. That's not, no, he's a politician. All right. And they're all politicians, and they're all out for the best interest, for more power, for their legacy, and for money, and that's it. Obviously, please vote. I'm not going to you have to vote. I'm not one of those like, this vote doesn't matter. The vote definitely matters. But, vote for the people that help you, Vote for the people that are going to help you and help your family. And that's pretty much all you could do, That's all you could really do. I like how Royce pretends Kanye has no chance. You're right. Kanye's going to come in. No one's going to see it coming. Kanye's going to come in and he's going to beat both of them. How amazing would that be? What a better way to top off 2020 than having the shock of a lifetime, having Kanye West just come in last minute, come in and just win the election. How amazing would that be? God, in a weird way, you kind of want it to happen, right? You do, right? You do kind of in a weird way. Just for the laughs, it would be amazing. Nobody saw it coming. All the polls were lying. Everybody that said they were voting for Biden or Trump were lying. And we were going to get Kanye West 2020. He's in the ballot on some states, not in other states. Amazing. I don't know. Scary, perhaps. Scarier than now? Weirder than now? Would that even be the weirdest thing that happens in 2020 at this point? You're right. It's easy. I apologize. I want to put some respect on his name. So, I don't know. It's just people get really worked up, you know? Very, very worked up. What is this?
Whoa! Look at that.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Oh, God. Miami Melf, what did you send?
Whoa! Look at that.
Morning, champ. I too am annoyed by elections ads, so I shall now force you to listen to another one.
Okay, let's hear
I'm
it.
gonna vote for Biden because he's better, smarter, better, and better. But I'm worried.
I'm worried too. Because if Donald Trump isn't president,
then what are we gonna talk about?
Like, what will our conversations even be?
Because the only thing I've talked about for 4 years is Donald Trump.
every single day I tell
This is SNL? I obviously can't play it because it'll get me popped, but this is an SNL thing? All right.
Whoa! Look at that.
Hope the weekend was kind to you and keep up the great work.
Thank you. Much appreciated. I think there's one more coming in here.
Whoa! Look at that.
Royce, I love your big black ass. Now watch this old man sing so perfectly. All right.
I know I'd go from rags to riches if you would only say you cared. And though my pockets may be empty, I'd be a millionaire. My clothes may still be torn and tattered, but in my heart I'll be a king. Your love is all that ever matters. It's everything. So open your arms and you'll open the door to every treasure that I'm hoping for.
If only his pants were higher. If only his pants were higher.
Hold me and kiss me and tell me you're mine evermore. Must I forever be a beggar whose golden dreams will not come true? Oh, will
This is what I think of when I think of Florida. You're not far off.
I go from rags to riches? My faith is up to you.
He's 37 years old, by the way. Not many people know that. This guy's not even that old. He's 37. I guess this is what Captain America's doing now, right? He kills it. He kills it at his retirement home karaoke night. He's fucking crushing it. Good for him. I have a soft spot for old people. I do. They made it there, right? They made it. Back then, music didn't have hooks back then. You understand? It was just basically, singing about falling in love or heartbreak, and you don't need a hook. Hooks were something invented by the newfangled colored people, as he would say. The newfangled colored people and their hooks. All right. Speaking of someone that likes old people, we got to check on our friend Thomas Murphy, obviously. We have to. We have to see what he's up to.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and also I worked today, and also the Cowboys lost, but the Vikings won. Yes, I checked. And, oh yeah. I worked today, and also, I will call my mom. I always call my mom so she doesn't worry about me. I will. And I already voted,
Good.
so I don't need to do it again.
He's going to call his mom.
Did. And is there anything else I want to say? Oh yeah, everything's gonna go good. It's still gonna be cold out there, but dry. It will. And also, the Halloween music's been put away. Yes. Now,
if Thomas sees you listening to Monster Mash on November 2nd, he will beat you up, and I will support him.
now it's all Christmas stuff. It is.
Not
And
yet.
just remember, no go backs in the freezer. No, it does not go there.
Oh, he's still on that. Remember when Thomas put the go backs in the freezer because he was mad and then he got in trouble?
Work. No. Because it's been a dry February this year. But I hope February 2021 will be a wet and freezing February. I hope it storms and rains like cats and dogs.
Wonder why he likes storms so much.
That's what I want. So, I guess we're going, so I gotta go. So, bye. Bye.
Yeah, Thomas got a new phone, by the way, for those that don't know. Tom, remember his old phone broke, and he finally invested, and he got a new one. As a matter of fact, is it this one? Here we go. Oh, boy. Now get ready for more high definition, Thomas. You got a new phone. Let's check it.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and I got my new cell phone. It's a Samsung A11.
Data boy. Data boy.
Yeah, I like it. I already paid my cell phone bill. So I think, yes, it really works fast. Then the other one, yes, which will not make calls. It will not. I worked today. It was the day before Halloween, yes.
Yes.
I did not see anybody walking around in costume, and tomorrow I'll be off on Halloween. I will. I'm still with you guys all the way. Yes.
Thomas will never let us down. He's still with us, guys. He had a new phone because he wanted to make sure that we had him. He knows we need him in these trying times.
Yes, I am. It is. And, oh yeah. I can guarantee you tomorrow, Halloween, you will not see a woman walking around in bikini
Because it's too
people
cold.
are not going to go
It's
to
just
Santa
too cold.
Cruz to go to the beaches on Halloween.
It's just too
It's
cold.
going to be too cold. People are not going to do that. Yes, I know. I still have the light right there, which is the red one. And I got my 2021 calendar.
He's ready to go.
Yes, I do. And, oh yeah. I got rent, I got pay. Yes, I do. And next week will get a lot darker. So next weekend on the 7th.
Oh, if Biden wins next week, we'll definitely get a lot darker. A lot darker, Thomas. He's not wrong. That's not what he means. But Thomas is, as you know, a soothsayer. He sees the future. And next week may get a lot darker. Well, if Trump wins, that is, it'll get a lot darker. Either way, it's going to get a lot darker.
7th, yes.
Yeah, if you want to help Thomas, it's thomasmurphy772@gmail.com as his PayPal. Watched the Eagles game last night. Bad show, but at least we won. Man, Ken Sautler would score touchdown passes with a hangover. These kids suck. Yeah, that's true.
I will do my recycling, so I'll get more cash. Yes, I do. And I got everything up.
How about
yes,
cars for kids?
except for Uber. And I guess I'm going, so I gotta go. So
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Woo, coming in hot with the bye. That was an aggressive bye. All right, Thomas. Jesus Christ, bud.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and I'm off today. And also, I set my clocks back, and I'll watch football today.
Nice.
And I think Paul McCartney knows about the death of Sean Connery.
Thomas is implying this conspiracy theory that I'm making up as we speak. That Paul McCartney killed Sean Connery. It's true. Not many people listen. YouTube, please don't kick me off. I know they don't like conspiracy theories, but it's true. Paul McCartney killed Sean Connery. He killed Sean Connery. And how many people know why? And this is why. Paul McCartney really hated League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. More than you even can imagine. He hated that movie. And he decided that, you know, the whole Paul's dead theory, that's all bullshit. The real theory is Paul McCartney went into Sean Connery's house and beat him to death with Paul McCartney's ex-wife's leg. Just bludgeoned him to death. Paul McCartney has a lot of sway. He's an MI6 agent, too. Not many people know that either. Mostly because I just made it up. And he beat him to death and says, "Who's the best Bond now?" is what he said. And he walked out of there. He wiped his hands. And then he threw the rag at Ringo Starr. And he said, "Clean this shit up." And then he left. Nobody wants you to talk about it. The lamestream media doesn't want you to hear about this. The lamestream media doesn't want you to hear about this. They don't. So now you know. Now you know.
He was born 1930 and he died this year, 2020. He died
Murdered.
on Halloween. Paul McCartney was born 1942, so he's 74 years old. I think that's right. He did turn 70, Paul McCartney. I think it's right. He's older than 50. I'm pretty sure of that, yes.
Paul McCartney is much older than 50, Thomas. So you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. He's a famous
Here,
person.
Paul McCartney whistled "Live and Let Die" as he walked out.
Paul McCartney. Music. I think you're right about that, yes. Halloween was the worst. It was. And
Why was it the worst?
oh yeah, I'm doing my laundry right now. Mm-hmm. And also I already voted, so I don't need to do it again.
Who'd you vote for, Thomas? I think we all know who you voted for. But just in case, who'd you vote for, Thomas?
Oh yeah. And also next Saturday, I'm gonna do the recycling. So I get
Nice.
some cash back. Yes, I will. Mm-hmm. And also, yeah. Next month is December, and also 2020 was a horrible year. All the celebrity deaths.
I'm sorry, Thomas. That was what made 2020 horrible, was the celebrity deaths? Out of everything that happened in 2020, that's the worst thing?
Not just Sean Connery, but Hugh Downs. Almost 100.
Wow. He was a grandpa, yes.
And Kirk Douglas, 104.
He was a grandpa, yes.
And Regis Philbin, 89.
He was a grandpa, yes.
That's why 2020 was a sad, horrible year. All the celebrity deaths. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know. And just so you know, movie theaters are now reopened, and I'll have to wait until next year for the new Wonder Woman and the new Bond movie. The last outing of Daniel Craig. But I hope there's a new James Bond video game coming out, when there's a new Bond actor replacing him. That's what I'm hoping for. I will get my hopes up for that. A new James Bond video game for Xbox One. Mm-hmm. Like a good experience, like showing that. I really like that. So I guess
a bit going, so I gotta go.
Watch some football. Go Cowboy! I hope the Cowboys and Vikings win.
Well, the Cowboys lost.
But if not, they'll do it tomorrow at work for the update. So I guess we're going. So I gotta go. So
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Thomas. So happy our boy got a new phone. Look at that high quality Thomas video. High quality Thomas video.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and happy Halloween. Actually, Taylor Swift just ruined my Halloween. I fucking hate her.
What did that bitch do to our boy Thomas? All Thomas has been fucking looking forward to is Halloween. And Taylor, the cunt bag Swift, decided Thomas isn't allowed to have a good Halloween. I'm going to fucking ruin it for him. What the fuck did Taylor Swift do to our boy Thomas? Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and happy Halloween. Actually, Taylor Swift just ruined my Halloween. I fucking hate her. It was on Mix 106.5 radio. And also, yeah, just so you know, Sean Connery died. He was 90 years old. He was 90. He was. And he was grandpa. I used to remember watching James Bond a lot, yes.
His favorite was Roger Moore, though.
And also, oh yeah, I'm off today and tomorrow by...
You know what you do? I'm sorry. I really can't get over. I can't. We'll finish this video, obviously, but I cannot get over. I cannot get over what Taylor Swift did. So you know what, Thomas? I know you won't do it anymore, but we could still play the video. We could still play the video. Hey, Taylor Swift, you dumb bitch. This is for you.
It's me, Thomas. I'm a microwave hand sanitizer because Taylor Swift ruined my Father's Day. She ruined my day. Taylor Swift, you ruined people's days. That's right. Payback's a bitch. Here we go. Boom! Taylor Swift, fuck you, you piece of shit motherfucker. Taylor Swift, fuck you. That's what you get. I'll see you at work today, 8:30 a.m. to 5. So do not buy Taylor Swift's music. She's a horrible singer. And I told Star 103 to stop playing her music. I complained to her. So, bye. Bye.
Hell yeah, Thomas. Hell yeah. Don't do it anymore. He's gotten better. Don't microwave more hand sanitizer, but I'm just doing that for you. I'm doing that for you because you don't deserve a bad Halloween because of Taylor Swift. I don't know what she did, but you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. You don't. I am so fucking sick and fucking tired of Taylor Swift not letting him have his life. Have his life. What is wrong with this dumb bitch? Who does she think he is? Who does she think she is? You know what? You're right. You're right. Because it made me so mad. There's only one thing that's left to do. One more thing before we finish the video. And I almost forgot about it, but I think it's important. Thomas, drop the beat.
Hi, it's me, Thomas, and I go to work today. And then Taylor Swift gets involved on Mix 106.5 radio this morning. It's been very horrible because Taylor Swift gets involved. And also, the whole building's gonna be like sprayed up. I can guarantee you that. Boom! And I told Star 103 to stop playing her music. I complained to her. So do not buy Taylor Swift's music. She's a horrible singer. She ruined my day. Taylor Swift, you ruin people's days. That's right. So, here we go. Yes. Taylor Swift, fuck you, you piece of shit motherfucker. Taylor Swift, fuck you. That's what you get. Fuck you. Fuck you. Taylor Swift, fuck you, you piece of shit motherfucker. Taylor Swift, fuck you. That's what you get. Fuck you. Fuck you. Taylor Swift, she ruined my day. Taylor Swift, you ruined people's days. Taylor Swift, you ruined people's days. She ruined my day. Taylor Swift, she ruined my day. Taylor Swift, you ruined people's days. Taylor Swift, you ruined people's days. So, here we go. Taylor Swift, fuck you, you piece of shit motherfucker. Taylor Swift, fuck Fuck you. That's what you get. Fuck you. Taylor Swift. Fuck you. You piece of shit, motherfucker. Taylor Swift. Fuck you. Comment down below. That's true. Yes, that's right. That's what it's gonna be. Max the bitch. That's what you get. I know how the process is. Comment down below. That's true. So, that's all I have to say. So, I guess I'm going. So, I gotta go to work. So, bye. 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 Bye.
Flawless victory.
Again, that's from Bad News. If you like the video, I will post a link because I know some of you like the banger. Not bang her, but some of you probably want to bang Taylor Swift too. But it's also a banger, if you will. Sorry, Thomas. I know we got to finish this video, but I just felt like pretty fucked up what they did to you. That's all.
Yeah. I think I'm guessing is yes. It's going to be a cold day out there, so you're not going to find a woman walking around in a swimsuit bikini. And also, they're not going to Santa Cruz today. No. Nope. Halloween is today. Yes. Taylor Swift ruined my Halloween. She did. And I will set my clocks back 1 hour. And I will watch football tomorrow. I will. And, oh yeah. I like my phone, yes. It's high definition. It really works great.
Look at that
Better
HD.
than the other one that I had.
Look at that HD.
So they might do my recycling, like the ATM, like a thing at Oak Ridge Mall, like where you get cash for it, which is good.
What'd you do with the cash, Tommy?
What else? And also, I think what I'm guessing is yes. Thanksgiving is on the 26th, so I think the day before Thanksgiving I get paid. The 25th. And also the holidays start. They do. And you watch the Kelly Clarkson show. It was a Halloween special. She had the Death Becomes Her dress that Meryl Streep used to wear. Last year it was Hocus Pocus, like the red hair. Yes, the one.
How terrible is Hocus Pocus? Is that one of the worst movies ever made?
Witches, but what was her name? Like the witch with red hair. Please comment down below, right there.
Amy Adams, you're thinking of? I don't know. I just made that up. I don't know.
And also, yes. I've already voted, so I don't need to go outside in the sun. And is there anything else I want to say? Oh, yeah. I got my calendar for 2021. And my birthday will be on a Thursday next year.
Happy birthday next year, Thomas.
And is there... Oh, yeah. Maybe next year on Halloween there will be a lot of parties. Yes. Costumes and dancing. So then I will get the chance to hug Princess Leia if she wears a dress costume, the white dress with the hair buns.
He didn't get the hug this month.
I'm very happy about that.
But he'll get it next. He will get it next.
Do not buy Taylor Swift's music. She's a horrible singer.
Don't do it.
Nobody likes her music. If you're hearing this, Sierra, do not buy her music. You don't like her. No. And Brielle might do trick-or-treating, yes, with Samantha and Nathan, yes, in their neighborhood. Yes, you will. And, oh yeah. And if you're hearing this, Boy George, who is my new dad, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Boy George. What are your vitamin D levels, Thomas? Thank you for looking out for him. I'm really glad you guys look out for him.
Boy George in the UK. My dad, Boy George. And here he knew about Sean Connery's death. He was 90. Yeah, it's time for him to go. Yeah. He was getting sicker and sicker.
Was he sick?
And is there anything? Oh yeah. Sometimes like yes. My mom's birthday is on the 12th of November, which is on a Thursday. And it's good, yes. My mom's birthday. It is. My Uncle Dale is on the 22nd. He'll be 60. He will.
Is he a grandpa?
Yeah, I'm glad I got my hair cut before my phone,
I'm not. They ruined your hair, Thomas.
Starting to act weird on me. I like it. Makes me feel like a new man.
Thomas, but we like the old man.
It does. I know. And is there anything else I want to say? I'm thinking yes. A lot of things, yes.
Wow, he has a lot on his mind this weekend, huh?
And also,
Like a lot.
yes, there will be a lot of like slasher movies, like the movie Saw. I saw it. Puppet Guy, Jigsaw. Yeah, that's part of that. Yes. And also Michael Myers, but he does not talk. He always tries to kill people. He does. That's what happens.
Is it though?
And also, if it was Halloween on Sunday next year and Monday, November 1st, people think about calling into work sick. The I'm sick excuse. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great excuse, though. It's a classic excuse. Nothing wrong with that.
Drink, which is not good. So I hope 2021 will be a normal year.
It won't
I'm hoping
be.
for that.
It won't be.
So I guess we're going, so I gotta go. Happy Halloween, my new dad, Boy George. So, I got things I gotta do, so I gotta go. So, bye! Bye!
Thank you for all the updates, Thomas. We do appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. So before, well, I'm going to get to these donations first. Do that.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
With a heavy heart, I have to say after tomorrow I won't be sending these anymore.
It's what?
Thus begins anew.
Don't.
It's what?
Don't, Frozen. Fucking, come on.
Oh, God.
How will you know who to vote for?
This is not going to be a problem.
Will he get fired or for more?
I was put through a phony witch hunt.
How will I know which of these two old white farts to vote for? Not you. How will you know who to vote for? The choice is high stakes and hardcore. Don't pressure me. How will you vote so you're really sure of who you vote for?
One of the guys singing this girlfriend knows what he's doing, or wife, I'm assuming.
Everything in life is riding on this damn election.
But it's not!
Not to freak you out, but it's about to be too late. Which candidate your POTUS? How will you know he's yours? Well, does he give a flying about whether you live or die? Cover up his crimes and wish them all away. Does he lock children?
Well, hold on. We're covering up crimes. This is so fucking silly. By the way, this guy's always he's gonna vote for Joe and all this stuff. We played this guy before. I'm gonna take the bait, but covering up his crimes? Are you fucking serious right now? Is that really what we're doing? Is that the right you want to go? Who built the cages, Joe? Joe, who built the cages?
In cages, act like Nazis are okay.
Yes, they are. Honestly, I don't even like Nazis. But if right now a Nazi were to say, I could make this guy never make a song again, I am okay. I am all in. Enough. And look, I wouldn't even survive. I'm not even white. Well, I mean, I'm white, but I'm not, the white they like. Hispanic, whatever. I don't know. But my point is, yes, if you're making me choose between a Nazi and this, I'm going to choose a Nazi.
Say, dude.
That's how you know. That's how you know if he's the one. So let's get in the race and don't get all cool and complacent. It's time to pick up the pace and go get this election. However long that it takes you, go pick your man, move your cakes through. It's quicker than Rudy takes to fight his own erection.
Oh my God.
It's not enough to yell into your television.
It's not enough to make green screen songs. I know I sound like Roger the alien, but nobody cares what the fairy says in this song. Shut up.
Put down the remote and vote for what you know is true.
Both sides are controlled by the dirty G.
How will I choose my POTUS? How will I know he's mine? Well, does he leave you little clues that let you know he's not insane? Have a plan in place you know he'll carry through. Ew. If he isn't working Putin and he pays his taxes too, that's how you know. That's how you know he's the one.
No president should ever have to go through what I went through.
How will you vote?
And I will vote for the opposite. Forget all the politics. Just because I hate you, I will vote for the opposite of whoever you're voting for.
Your conscience. How will you make your choice?
Big difference.
While one guy tends to follow science and protect democracy.
What? 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 What?
One's a bullshit artist, dog and pony show.
The other one's administration killed more brown people than you know. He locked up all the blacks. He's gonna make sure the election's hacked. I'm sorry.
One's an incompetent toddler, the other one's name is Joe. That's how you know. That's why it's Joe. He's the so let's get in the race and don't get all cool and complacent. Don't let the police disrupt you. Get on your kids' head. Don't be a schmuck. The choices I say some hardcore too.
31,000 upvotes on this. Randy's parodies will be the only thing I miss about this presidency. People really like this. People like legitimately. I don't even understand. Even if you don't like Trump, this is not good. It's just it's not good. Anyway, what's next?
Whoa! Look at Dave.
My best friend worked at CERN with NASA and SpaceX and he believes in Q. I don't understand why. I showed him this. He's mad at me,
I'm
lol.
from the US government.
Shout out Midnight
Does something feel
Crockpot.
wrong in the world, but you can't put your finger on it? Are you yearning to fight injustice and be part of something bigger? Do you do your own research? If so, you've been chosen to participate in our new PSYOP. QAnon. PSYOPs are usually carried out by our intelligence.
This is true though. This QAnon's so stupid.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
Roy's important question. Have you ever purchased a chalupa of such quality for a woman that it got you laid? If not, would you be capable of creating such a chalupa? Steak or beef, I assume. If she is not into that kind of chalupa, she's not worth it.
Well, you're wrong, first off. I like chicken chalupas. So right there, you're right off the bat, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So, nice try. Nice try with the chalupa psyop, because that's what that was, a chalupa psyop. But speaking of food, I was so mad. So on Friday, I had some friends over. As a matter of fact, I believe they're listening now. And, you know, I'm dealing with all this stuff, my family at the hospital. It's just been, so it's like, well, I'm going to just try to chill out Friday, whatever. So I was like, oh, yeah, guys, come over. We're going to hang out. And come over. When they're coming over, I'm like, I'll order some pizza from the good pizza place. And I order 3 pizzas. I go on the app. It's not Domino's or anything. It's actually like an actual decent pizza place right here. So I go on the app. It's called Slice, which is basically like a DoorDash thing, but for pizza. I don't know, whatever. So I go and order the food, and I order 3 pizzas. I order 1 regular cheese pizza. I order 1, you have to get the pizza and you add the topping. So they order another, I think, medium pepperoni pizza, and then I order another, I forget what size, like large sausage pizza, right? So the pizza gets there, whatever. It's at the house. We go to open it up. And every single pizza was cheese. They didn't put any toppings. So I had 3 different size plain ass pizzas, and I was so fucking pissed. And I'm going to call him back. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to call him back and complain. I don't really feel like it. Whatever. And on top of that, I also ordered cheese sticks. So it literally was just, still haven't pooped. It's too much cheese. Slice works, but it can be finicky. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem. I was so sad. I was so sad. And what are you going to do? It's not worth it, you know? No, it's not big sausage pizza delivery. I know what that is. I'm not an idiot, okay? That's the dude who puts his boner in the pizza box. I know your tricks, Eric. I'm not going to drive there. It was already just too far. I didn't feel like it. I do love diversity in pizza. No, it wasn't Domino's. Definitely wasn't Domino's. Promise you it wasn't Domino's. I was actually going to get good pizza. Whatever. This should make us feel better. This should make you feel better.
Give me a couple of bobos to go. White women.
Hold on, I gotta pause. Breaking news. Flying J, you're fat, Royce. No shit. Hey guys, breaking news. I know. Literally all my life, bud.
Give me a couple of bobos to go. White women. This chick is packing, and it ain't for lunch. I'm a full-blown meal, now this ain't no brunch. License to carry, not your good fairy. Work hard to provide, one day at a time. Oh, you didn't know? White women rap. We can hold our own. We don't cut no slack.
White women shouldn't be allowed to vote. May I present Exhibit A? May I please present Exhibit A? One Man Army left a comment on Randy's channel letting him know I want to fight and that he has a punchable face. Well, good. I'm glad he knows.
We just set the tone. We won't hold you back. We just told you stacks. You'd be like, give 'em back. Do the bobo, do the bobo. Do the bobo, do the bobo.
What's the bobo? Is this for real or is she joking? I'm really trying to understand. Is this for real or is she being serial here, guys, or is this a joke?
Elegant, sleek, nothing meek. Working hard to preserve these cheeks. This right here for the geeks. Stack money and dance with the freaks. You know you ain't got no plans this week. You might as well come and dance this week. You might as well come and dance. Do me a favor.
I'd rather not. You fucking weirdo. What is this about? I think she's being serious. I don't think this is a parody. I really do believe that she thinks this is awesome.
Women get busy teasing organs to a frenzy. White women get busy teasing organs to a frenzy. White
Nah, this isn't Florida.
women get busy teasing organs to a frenzy. Teasing organs to a frenzy. Teasing organs to a frenzy.
Iowa. Try to throw that shit on Florida. It's Iowa. All right? Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit on Florida. And everything that's terrible. I will agree a lot of terrible things are Florida, but not this one. Not this one. All right?
Do the bobo, do the bobo. Bada, bada, bada. Do the bobo, do the bobo. Bada, bada, bada. Do the bobo, do the bobo. Bada, bada, bada. Do the bobo, do the bobo. Bada, bada.
Does she have more? I mean, this can't be her only banger, right? Let's see. This can't be her only banger. Videos. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, boy. I guess it's the making of the video.
And owns what she has.
Exactly. And so we thought we'd take a minute and just shoot a little video.
How much surgery has this woman had? Woo, doggy.
Explaining, we just shot in about 100 degree heat out here on asphalt for about 4 hours straight with dancers, the Bobo. And a lot of you have been wanting to know, what is a Bobo? Why is a Bobo?
Yeah, what is it?
Do me a
What? Okay, look, nobody cares what it is. How about that? I honestly don't care. I thought I cared for a second, but no, I really don't. I want to see. Oh, she has another music video. Let's check it out. Here we go. Now we got it. Nice. This is one of her slow jams. Let's check out her slow jams, guys.
Came from the street, I was raised in the street, all alone in the place, I was gone in the state. My mental was iffy, I was looking for guidance. I opened my heart to find nothing inside it, yeah, yeah. 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 No, no.
Hey. Jeopardy. Where I was. Yeah.
See these lines that I have on my face. You tell me that it took no place. You act like Claude as if we're a disgrace. But girl, remember where I was. You forget how many things I've given you to help you be who you are. And every time you needed love.
She's being for real. Like, now we know that this wasn't a bit.
Remember where I was.
This is what happens when white women buy used Mac and they have GarageBand and Final Cut Pro installed. This is exactly what happens.
Remember where I was. Remember where I was. Mama, no one has to stand here alone. Remember those times you were crying on the phone, and all of those moments you needed a home, girl. Remember where I was. Mama, no one has to stand here alone. Remember those times you were crying on the phone, and all of those moments you needed a home, girl. Remember where I was.
Don't slap her. You'll fuck up her plastic surgery. It'll be all discombobulated. She's taking the divorce well. That's exactly what it looks like.
Remember where I was. Claude doves gave their sacrifice.
No, seriously, is that a scar from the surgery on the? I'm asking. I don't know. I guess women would know better than me, but see that right under her, going down her jawline? Is that what that is, or is that just a shadow? This isn't Florida. They live in Iowa.
To keep you in your paradise, you cannot erase everything in your past, cause you remember where I was. You cannot use my pain for your gain, then turn around and leave not again, cause when you needed me, girl.
Oh, those are palm trees, so yeah, that's not Florida. I mean, that's not Iowa.
Remember where I was?
I know they don't have beaches in Iowa. I think she's from Iowa. The last video said Iowa. I don't know where she's from, okay? I'm praying to God it's not Florida.
As I stand here alone, remember those times you were crying on the phone, and all of those moments you needed that home, girl. Remember where I was? Mama, no one has to stand here alone. Remember those times you were crying on the phone, and all of those moments you needed that home, girl. Remember where I was? Remember where I was? I was there to hold your hand every step of the way.
I will not accept it. I will not accept it. So people want me to accept this as Florida. I will not accept it. Maybe we'll hold on. We'll figure it out. I'm really trying to see. Oh, God, please don't be Florida. Please don't be Florida. Please don't be Florida. Please don't be Florida.
Well, it is only 27 degrees out here this morning.
27 degrees. That's not Florida. It never gets to 27 degrees in Florida. It's never 27 degrees in Florida. So sorry, you're wrong.
Morning, and we are in our final stretch of our landscaping project for this year. So I thought I would share that with you. All the pumpkins are out.
The pumpkins have herpes?
Started rotting on my on my dining room table. So that's sad because I think I spent over $100 for these quote unquote, I think gourmet pumpkins. Hello. It's just a pumpkin at the end of the day. And then they rotted on me. So anyway, you can hear the noise in the background. And I'm going to show you the concrete cutters are here today. National Concrete Company. And we have to replace the sidewalk that was damaged with all of the rocks that were brought in. So here's our boulders. You can see our trees are looking really good.
Are they?
Our grass is coming in. We've got down our mat so that we don't have the erosion. And now we're cutting out.
Oh, God, who cares? Nobody cares. My point is this. It's not Florida. That's, I think, the most important part that I think everyone gets out of this is it's not Florida. And don't get me wrong. Florida's a lot of dumb shit. They do. They do. One more. Just one more. One more, and then we'll move on. Her name is Deborah Danielson.
Oh, hell, we've been kicked out of much better places than this.
Deb's OG breaking through.
It's Deb's OG, that you think you know me. You ain't seen nothing yet. Allow me to reintroduce myself. It's Deb's OG, that you think.
Deborah Danielson has a Wikipedia entry from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Is an American reality TV personality known for her appearances as Farrah Abrams' mother in MTV. Oh, okay. See, so she was one of the moms on 16 and Pregnant. All right. Well, I don't watch any of that shit, so I couldn't tell you. Danielson was born in Council Bluffs, Iowa, and has lived in Omaha, Council Bluffs metropolitan area most of her life. For 2 years, she lived in Seattle, Washington, which was shown on the episode of Teen Mom OG. Her 26-year career telecommunications include being a call sales representative for AT&T and Alcatel-Lucent. On January 10th, 2002, Deborah Danielson was the relay runner for the Salt Lake Olympic Torch Relay in Omaha, Nebraska, representing Lucent Technology. Okay, this is somebody who wrote her own Wikipedia entry. You could tell. I'm reading this from Wikipedia. You could tell this is somebody who wrote her own. She wrote her own Wikipedia entry. But who would care about her being a call sales representative of AT&T? This sounds like her LinkedIn profile, but this is from Wikipedia. Danielson debuted on MTV in June 11, 2009 in a reality television series which began under 16 and Pregnant, which told the stories of her hardships faced by teenage girls' families and baby daddies while in high school. The show was an unexpected hit, and MTV picked up the series as Teen Mom and Teen Mom OG. Danielson also can be seen on VH1 shows Couples Therapy with her daughter, Farrah Abrams, and Dr. Gene Mann in 2013. Dr. Phil interviewed Danielson in his talk show on April 19, 2013. Teen Mom Farrah exposed concerning her thoughts about her daughter's sex tape and DUI. Danielson also appeared in WE TV's television series Marriage Boot Camp for the series' 10th season, titled Marriage Boot Camp Reality Star Family Edition, alongside her daughter Farrah and her ex-husband Michael. Ratings for the second season among the highest in the series and other series on WE TV. May and June 2017. Danielson launched her music career with MTV special Being Deborah, which aired February 2017 and chronicles the making of her first music video for the song Deb's OG. Released the singles Sugar Mama, oh my God, and 22X. In December 2014, Danielson released her book Vapor, which recounts her encounters with a catfish. The book is scheduled to re-release January 2018, which includes new images and updates. She wrote her own Wikipedia entry. She wrote her own Wikipedia entry, for sure.
You know me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Hello, I'm Deborah. You see
Hi, Deborah.
my face on camera.
Have I?
You see me on your TV. You think you know whatever.
No, I know you suck.
I've had my ups and downs, but now I'm bigger, better. Everybody throw your hands up high if you got your shit together. Okay, it's time to party. Bells in the house, getting money, say ho. Ladies, if you're sexy and you know it, go and let it show. Oh, it's a celebration. I stay fresh, no expiration. This goes out as a dedication. Deb's OG in the place to be. Come on. It's Deb's OG. That you think you know me. You ain't seen nothing yet. Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Digging the steampunk look.
It's Deb's OG. That you think you know me. You ain't seen nothing yet. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Hello, I'm Deborah. You see my face on camera. You see me on your TV. You think you know whatever. More than a mom, thebomb.com. Hey,
thebomb.com, guys. Ugh. Ew. It's thebomb.com, guys. All right. It's just, this is somebody different. Somebody named Pamela Davis. I don't know. I haven't played this yet, but I trust a person to send it, so let's see. Yes! I really love this.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
This is already better than the other one. Geriatric hippity hoppity. Yep, that's what it is.
And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're gonna fall, tell them a hookah, smoking cat.
Can I apologize on behalf of women everywhere and say we do not claim her as one of our own? First off, my MILF, I would need to see your rap video. People are getting really mad, and I think it's awesome. Enough, Royce. Stop. All right. Isn't it excruciating? This is basically torture.
Giving you the call out when she was just small.
Look, she's getting small.
When men on the chessboard.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. I understand. It's the torture has been enough. I'll stop. I really will. Listen, I'll tell you what, I'll make it up to you. A lot of dumb broads. How about something for the fellas? Something for the you're welcome, fellas.
Shoot 'em up. Ride. Shoot 'em up. Ride. Shoot 'em up. Ride. Shoot 'em up.
Boys being boys.
Give your love to a cowboy man. He's gonna love you hard as he can. Give your love to a cowboy man. He's gonna love you hard as he can.
The sergeant at arms had masculine charm. He could keep all the ladies awaiting.
His black leather boots to keep the butcher recruits. What a way to keep up your rating. Life at the outpost. Won't win a single life at the outpost. You can bet on your life. Life at the outpost. The men were working it right. Every single day, all the ladies would say, give your love to a cowboy man. He's gonna love you hard as he can. Give your love to a cowboy man. He's gonna love.
Beat it, ladies. It's Outpost time.
Give your love to a cowboy. He's gonna love you just as hard as he can.
Not a cell phone in sight. Just cowboys being cowboys. Just cowboys being cowboys. And I almost forgot because we have to move on here in a second to something else. But before I forget, top of the hour. Good. 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 All right. It's about that time. We've been doing the whole series, and we got to talk about race relations, guys. We do. Nothing more important. So I figured I'd bring something timely, something poignant, if you will. Let me play these donations first.
Whoa! Look at Dave.
That's it, man. I'm fully on board. MAGA Gang 2020.
Nice. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it.
Let's get it. You ain't got it like we got it, boy. You ain't got it like we got it, boy. You ain't got it like we got it. You ain't got it like we got it. You ain't got it like we got it, boy. Mega Gang 2020 ain't shit changed. Getting 4 more years of the same thing.
Whoa!
Nice.
Look at that.
MAGA Gang, dog. Lady Whitfield. That's the MTV team mom / porn star Fair Abrams' mother, 100% serious. Oh, yes. I should have played that earlier, but yes, we picked that up. Anyway, look, I figured to be poignant about race relations, I should bring something up that's very topical, which was 1959. Exchange students. South Africa, Greece, and the U.S. discuss prejudice and race relations. Let's check it out.
We've just been talking about prejudices and got to the delicate point of what some of our own prejudices are. Will you face up to any, Neve? You got any prejudices?
Here we go.
Well, basically, our prejudice is against those who are prejudiced against me. But apart from that, lately I've acquired a strong feeling of nationalism. I'm very much interested in the total liberation of Africa. So that when I see some people who say that, most African states aren't ripe for independence, I have a strong ill feeling towards them. Well,
are they though?
I think that prejudice is a part of human nature, and as a result I'm prejudiced too, and I admit that. However, I don't think that prejudice is necessarily based on a biased opinion.
Is it based on facts?
On ignorance, but I think that prejudice is also based on knowledge.
Uh-oh.
And on experience. For example, I lived in Tanganyika for quite a few years.
Where?
And I'm prejudiced against Africans. Not because of their color, but because of the difference in the cultural and economic status. Their living standards are
Greek Richard Spencer over here.
so low. Their housing and clothing facilities, their income, and on the whole, their attitudes of life are so different that, it's natural for me to be prejudiced.
And I'm prejudiced against people who are prejudiced, although,
Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Beat it, USA. Beat it, you fucking nerd. You don't represent us. You don't I'm yelling at dead people. I understand, but you don't represent us.
I recently realized this, and I think I'm trying to overcome it by searching deeper and trying to find out why people are prejudiced and why they have feelings against another person, and then to go from there and discuss the idea and argue the point rather than the person, and not to be prejudiced against the person, but to disagree with their this one idea that they have.
Well, I looked up prejudice in the dictionary to see what my prejudices are, and found that prejudice is a preconceived idea based on ignorance. Well, according to that definition, I have millions of prejudices because 18 years old and with a very limited scope of experience, naturally, I am prejudiced against lots of things. But actually, I think quite a lot of what is processed for prejudice today is not so much that as a bias, which is very often, as Gus said, comes not with ignorance but with context.
Yeah, but this is 1959. Race relations are fine now. So we're looking at this go back in the day when we weren't as open-minded. All the races love each other now.
And I am prejudiced, I think, like most other people, against everything which I think threatens the things which I hold dear to myself and to people like myself.
Well, God.
Bring it, Greece.
You say that you are prejudiced against Africans in Tanganyika, not because of their color, but because of their economic and social position.
Exactly.
Well, in the same way, are you prejudiced against Europeans or white men who are in a lower class or in a bad economic situation?
Well, to some extent, yes. But it's not only a matter of prejudice, it's a matter of preference. I wouldn't like to associate with an African or with a white person whose living standards are low, not just because his living standards are low, but just because, I mean, conditions are such.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Greece over here coming in with the heat. They brought him in throwing a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. He doesn't care who's around him. He says what he thinks. What are you going to do to him? What are you going to do to Greece?
It's not, I don't think it's just a matter of prejudice, but I think it's a kind of natural reaction of every human being.
Well, coming to the United States, I had the idea that, or that was the idea given to me by magazines, American magazines, and articles in American newspapers, that Americans have very strong racial prejudices.
This whole Americans have very strong racial prejudices. Yeah, of course they do, probably, but so does every country. I fucking hate all these other places, Europe and all these other fucking places that pretend like they're not racist. That's the kind of stuff like, stop. You guys weren't enlightened or more woke than anybody else. You guys were also fucking very racist, okay? You were. You absolutely were. The difference is that back then in places like this, you know, in fucking Norway or these Nordic countries, there was like maybe 3 black people there at the time. So of course you're like, oh, of course you're not racist. You weren't racist, but to be fair, because you're homogenized society, so you just thought you were woke. Look, listen, I ain't David Duke or anything, obviously, Dr. David Duke. But my point is that it's this mentality that only Americans were prejudiced, only Americans are racist. Look what fucking Australians did to the Aboriginal people.
And what struck me was the fact that the most prejudiced people in America are people sitting in their homes in beautiful segregated areas, going to often private schools where there are no Negroes, people who have never met a Negro on equal social standing, and then form from, their own philanthropic ideas, the idea that all Southerners are rather backward and quite inferior to themselves, and people scoffing at the Southerners' problem and scoffing at problems in South Africa, whereas they know absolutely nothing about it.
I know, I mean, it's not knowing or not knowing about South Africa. We're talking about South Africa now, obviously. No, I know quite a bit about it. And I'm not going to argue. I'm not. I'm just going to keep going. I don't feel like arguing with dead people right now.
And that is, to me, a form of prejudice.
I think we've got to consider this question of race relations in both South Africa and America. First of all, I think there's a basic difference between the two problems. Because if we take the case of America, the Negroes were brought over against their will. So
by who? Who brought them? And who bought the ships?
So, well, we may consider them as foreign to the land. At any rate, if they are foreign to the land, of course, when you go to a place and you find conditions unsuitable, most probably you will leave, you quit the place. But in their case, well, they were brought against their will. And so that's different in itself. And then when we go to South Africa, we have the Negroes staying in their place and the whites coming over.
Well, actually, I don't think that is quite fair, if you consider the fact that the Negroes, or rather they are not Negroes but Bantu, in South Africa, had been arriving in South Africa at more or less the same time that the Europeans came in, who were, I must make this point very clearly, not colonists. The first whites who came to South Africa came there to establish a halfway station to the east.
Uh-oh. Coming in with facts. I don't think he's going to like that.
They had no intention of forming a colony, and then the people who were trekking north said in their manifesto that they sought a home for themselves and that they wished to remain in peaceful relations with tribes whom they found there. They did not wish to take away ground from them, but obtain that only by trade. And Therefore, I think my position as a South African is so far different from that of Gus, who lived in Tanganyika for a long time, because Gus has been telling me that the Greeks realized, and all other people living in Tanganyika, that sooner or later they will have to leave and give the country over to Africans. Isn't that true?
Well, that's true. In Tanganyika, there are about 8 million Africans and 25,000 Europeans. And it's inevitable that when the Europeans and the white people on the whole are asked to leave Tanganyika, they'll just go out of it. I mean, because they don't insist, it's their own country. Well, as you said, in South Africa, it's a different...
Yeah, but everything's fine in South Africa now, so what's the big deal, guys? Everything's fine. There's no problems there anymore, right? Foods are plentiful. Farms are fucking sprouting out. No one's getting killed. So honestly, these people were being a bunch of fucking race-baiting losers. Am I right, fellas?
Situation, the white people really believe that that is their own land and they will never give it up. But however, I don't think that that is a good reason for the South African government to follow the policy which it follows now. I think that, well, it's true that the white claim that country, but I don't think that the black people should be denied the right to vote, the right to live equally with the white people, the right to own a house, and to own land, to get an education.
Since we're apparently going on to South African positions, I must first make it clear that I cannot discuss South African racial relations purely as regards to the prejudice point of view, because our problem is very largely an economic problem too.
Yes, that is also true.
Now,
but even there, you were saying that the first people who came over were just interested in trade. But well, they came to meet indigenous people. And how did they treat them?
No, they didn't come to meet. They merely wanted to grow their crops and supply that to ships.
I know. They came to meet indigenous people in the land.
Well, the indigenous people there were still living in Stone Age conditions. They were not the Bantu.
Right.
Yeah. This is always amazing to me. You couldn't have this conversation now. No matter what side you're on, you really couldn't have this conversation now. You would be called a racist so quickly, it would spin your head.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you, eventually, do you hope for a world where everyone can live together?
Shut up, nerd.
Well, we are, I know, today in a very difficult position and much criticized by the rest of the world. Much of that criticism is by no means unbased, although I still think that people are very unsympathetic in their view on South Africa. Now, you ask whether we hope for a world where, for a country where everybody can live peacefully together. Our policy is aimed at territorial segregation.
Yes, but,
we hope that we can, in the first place, not have our own culture swamped. In the second place, not have the Negro living in our own communities as inferiors, owing no capital, having a very little education in their own, corresponding with their own background. Wherefore, we wish to give them a position in which they will be able to uphold their own.
Well, I understand this, except that I don't understand if eventually, I know one of my wishes is that the world as a whole can live together peacefully.
Yeah, no, I get it. And we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I fucking got that. But there's still places in the world where they're fucking cutting off clits. And there's still places in the world where they're fucking, where they're killing babies because they think it cures AIDS. And there's still places in the world that that's not going to happen. We're never going to live in that world. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you guys, but we ain't going to fucking live in that world. That ain't going to happen, all right? I know that's deep, and I get it, and I got it, but that's never going to happen. So let's stop trying to live in this fantasy world where that will ever, ever, ever happen. Because that's how they try to push globalism. That in some way, if there's globalism, the entire world's just going to be this fucking amazing world where there's money's not needed and everybody loves each other and hugs each other. But until you're going to get a bunch of African tribes, and until you're going to get a bunch of people in the Middle East, and until you're going to get a bunch of different religions in the world, and a bunch of different cultures in the world to bend to your will, that's not going to happen. Because what it seems like to me, at least in 2020, is that they'll try to get Christians to bend to your will. They'll try to get white people to bend to the will the other way. But when it comes the other way, when the other people are supposed to make a change, you're not allowed to criticize or change. So you can't have this fucking global thing where everybody loves each other, but only white people have to change. Only white people need to understand, because nobody's pushing back on fucking Middle East. Nobody's pushing back on Africa. Nobody's pushing back on fucking China or India, or we keep going and going and going. So you don't really want equality. You don't. You really fucking don't. None of these people do. I understand I'm arguing with a probably dead woman. I get it. Just wanted to make my point, though.
And in our own countries, if we are going to separate into different territories because of cultural differences, I don't see how we possibly can solve the problem of having one united world.
Even Marita, I'm not going to be sympathetic with you here, because, well, at any rate, in the Union of South Africa, the Negroes haven't got any rights at all. There's racial discrimination.
That is not true.
Well, that's true. You've got the apartheid policy. What is the aim of the apartheid policy?
The aim of the apartheid policy is to give both the Europeans, with Europeans, I mean not Europeans, but people of European extraction and the Negro, a chance to live together peacefully and both contribute towards the development of their country.
See, I consider apartheid policy as a system of social, economic, political, and rather sexual separation based on the basis of race.
Well, all right. Now, you say social, economic,
political and sexual separation based on
the... Now, I say that in South Africa, we spend more per head, per year, on educating and giving medical facilities and giving general facilities to our Negroes than is done in any other state in Africa. What do you say to that, Lee?
I'm sure that in South Africa, every white man gets more money per head from the local resources. So in actual fact, you get more from the local people than they get from you.
Yeah, okay, cool, that's great, and I understand all that, and I'm not an apartheid fan, by the way. I don't agree with that. But now what's the other side of the coin? To fucking kill these people that live in the farms there, because that's what's happening. Is that just as well? Is that just as good? Is it? I'm asking. Is it revenge? Is that what it is? Because that's what it seems like to me. And why are you getting so angry?
The Supreme Court in the United States recently passed a law saying that separate but equal was not valid, that if you separate...
The Supreme Court doesn't pass laws, by the way, just so you know. The Supreme Court doesn't pass laws, you goofy bitch.
Even though you have better facilities or equal facilities, if there is a separation, it's not valid. And this is just...
It's not equal, you're saying.
It's not equal. And this has happened for our own country, and I'd like to ask you as well as everyone else whether they feel this is true, whether separation can be equal in any sense of the word.
No, separation can't be equal in any sense of the word. I mean, of course not. I mean, that's not even up for argument. No, it's not. Separation is not equality. I will understand that 100%. I get it. I really do. But then why is this fucking so much now flying to the future of 2020 from 1959? Why is it that the minorities want their own spaces now? Like, why do they want their own thing? If separation isn't equality, then why do they not want to be equal? They don't. They really don't. You know, a safe space for colored people. We in a college, it's not about your grades. It's about, if you're Asian, you're probably not getting into an Ivy League school if there's a minority that has grades high but lower than yours. It's this forced balance playing field that we're trying to make now, which a lot of it stemmed from this mentality. I mean, look, Jim Crow laws were fucking disgusting and they were gross. I'm sorry. I'm going to get I'm sure there's going to be some white nationalist people that are not going to like it, but Jim Crow's laws were fucking disgusting and they were gross and they were dumb and we should have never done them. I get that. I do. But that being said, the disgusting part of it now is like, why are some of you guys doing it to yourselves? Like, that's the part that I get, and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to say it because when evil white man does it, and somebody said earlier, "Oh, Royce thinks all white people are perfect." I don't. I think white people are flawed like everybody else. I think we're all kind of pretty shitty. But the problem is that specifically white people seem to be the ones that have to bear the burden, at least in the U.S. And we'll talk about that. Have to bear the burden to make the change. They have to be the most understanding. They need to look at their internalized privilege. They need to look at they need to look at how they were born. They were born with original sin. No, we're all shitty. We all have shitty people in our lives. We all have shitty people in our race, and we all have good people in our race. That goes for every race. That goes for fucking everybody. But it seems like only one of them is made to feel guilty for it. Go try to make China feel guilty for their homogenized society. I fucking dare you to and move on.
To answer that question, conditions in America are different. For example, in Tanganyika, we cannot have integrated education because the conditions are so different, especially the social conditions. As I said in the beginning, the standards of living are so different, and the annual income of the Africans compared to the white people is so different that we can't possibly have integrated education.
People aren't born more ignorant than one another, I mean, because of their color or their race. So if you start with their education and they are educated equally and in integrated places, then the part of the so-called vicious circle will be ended because they will be able to have equal opportunities
that's
afterwards.
True, but how?
But now everybody does see. But here's the point with all this, and it's funny because I know hindsight's 20/20, and I get that. But you're watching the mentality here, and look, what she's saying is not necessarily wrong, right? But my point is just like now we do have equal opportunity. We do. The U.S. I'm speaking of course, but we do have equal opportunity. Now we have it. But equal opportunity didn't work, right? It didn't, not that it didn't work, but it didn't give the outcome that was expected. Let's put it to you that way. Equal opportunity didn't give the outcome that was expected. It didn't, right? Obviously, because if it did, people wouldn't be saying the things that are saying. So equal opportunity didn't give the outcome that was expected. So now we've pushed back. Well, it's not equal opportunity. Now they need to step up. They need to be in front. Instead of everyone being at the same starting line, they need to get a 10-second head start. I mean, look at that. You read the articles all the time. You know, this is an article I think from HuffPo. Will lowering the grade requirements for the bar exam get more black lawyers? And that was them thinking that they're being woke, right? So now you need affirmative action, which means, you need to have a certain amount of black people, or a certain amount of insert racial group here for it to go. So it's not. It was never about equality because now we really do have equality, right? You know, the same curriculum is public schools. The same curriculum is pretty much taught at every single school. It's the same shit. One school's not teaching you better than the other school. You're learning the same bullshit anyway. Anyway, with the invention of the internet, that whole education thing kind of makes stuff moot, right? Like, give you the internet, you can fucking learn whatever you want on your own. You really can. You don't need a teacher to sit there and teach you and educate you. You could pretty much have the entire world in front of your eyes at any purpose. So what people really want now is a step up. They don't want equality because equality's been achieved. I know some people get mad when people say that, but equality has fucking been achieved. It has. We're there, man, as they would say. Equality has been achieved. What people want is a step up. Now what you want is a head start. So the point is that maybe if you look into it, maybe it just wasn't a group of people holding another people down. I'm not saying that wasn't part of it. I'm sure that that definitely was a factor in it. But isn't there other factors that should be discussed? Isn't there other factors that maybe we should bring into it? That it's not just white people holding any other group down? Maybe there's cultural things that need to be made internally because everybody wants everybody around them to change, but nobody wants to look at their own culture and look at their own thing and look at their own communities and look at what are we doing to hold this back. Forget, it can't always be white man holding me down. There's other things that are holding people back that it's your own people holding you back. Nobody wants to talk about that because obviously you're called the fucking racist or whatever and whatever. But I'm not even being racist. I'm just seeing what I'm just seeing, I'm just seeing what I'm seeing, and it feels like equality is not the end goal here. It's either a step up, and in a lot of cases, not in all of them, but in a lot of cases, it's revenge. People want revenge.
can I live with a person who still lives in a grass hut and who still hunts lions with his spear and who still uses his wife as a...
Glaucoma says, bullshit. I went to a hood high school and a super nice high school in a nice neighborhood, and there's a huge fucking difference. But my point is that I understand that mentality in the 90s, right? But if it comes with information is widely available now. So that good high school, bad high school thing doesn't make sense. Even the poorest people on the planet have internet now. So honestly, if it's about information like, oh, I'm sorry, the good high school taught you history better than the bad high school, who cares, right? Did one high school teach math is math, numbers are numbers? You know, maybe there is a huge difference in what? Maybe the huge difference you saw in the hood high school versus the good high school were the people you were going to school with. Right now, I have a couple friends that are teachers, and right now, if you have a student loan, they incentivize you if you're a teacher to go to a lower performing high school. They incentivize teachers, and they will, if you go there if you're there for like 10 years or whatever, they will forgive your student loans. So these programs are already in place, and a lot of these teachers take advantage of it. They go to lower end, they go teach at lower end high schools, lower end middle schools, lower end elementary schools, because they want their debt to be forgiven. So those things are already in place. They're already happening. Ken in the North, nobody wants equality. Everybody wants to be on top. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to rule the world, right? Like the Tears for Fears song. And that's what everybody really wants. And honestly, this isn't now where this isn't like, again, like in the fucking 80s or whatever, or 90s, where teachers held all the information in these books, all these books and all this. This is where the knowledge is kept, and they locked out. What can you learn? And I'm asking this. Outside of socializing skills, which teachers don't teach socializing skills. You learn that when you're with a group of people. Outside of socializing skills, and I mean this, and I want to know, I'm asking, I'm not even saying I'm right, but I'm asking the question. What can you learn at a school that you cannot learn on your own? What can you learn in school that you cannot learn on your own? 90s is when I was in high school too, man. I graduated in 2000. That's when I was in high school. That's exactly my point. But seriously, how to pick on nerds? Okay, well that's fair. You don't know how to pick on nerds. Like this education gap has been filled. The internet has filled the education gap. If you wanted to, you could go right now on YouTube and learn how to do anything, literally anything. Nobody taught me about creating a bank account, paying bills, and starting a business. I learned typing. Exactly. You're right. You learned that on your own. How to deal with other people. Yeah, you're right. You learn how to deal with other people. That's the thing. The socializing. That's what I said at the beginning, kiddies. Is like the socializing is what you learn. But outside of that, the other education stuff, I mean, you learn you could do that all on your own, man. And how to interact with other people. Yeah, because by the way now, are people really interacting with other people? They go to school and that's fine, but now with virtual schools and whatever, for the most part, and there's some schools that are open again. But then what? Then you're going online and you're calling somebody the N-word in an Xbox live chat, you know? Or screaming at people that they're fucking stupid online, you know? School is necessary. You need guidance about what to learn and how to learn it when you're young. Oh, really though? Because if school is necessary and you need guidance about what to learn, then fucking 90% of the things I was taught at school are fucking worthless. And if I'm just going by what you're saying, Cabaret, by the way. If that's the case, I learned very, very, let's take the social aspect out of it, right? Let's just take the educational aspect out of it. Knowing about the Falklands War doesn't help you invest your money, you know? The Pythagorean theorem isn't really going to fucking help you get a job, you know? A lot of the stuff that we learn is this antiquated bullshit that really doesn't really matter, you know? Reading and writing, I get that. I understand why that's important. You know, early school stuff. Obviously, you know how to read and you know how to write. I mean, I get that. But really, I mean, I fucking know the mating habits of a beluga whale. I learned that at school. I need that? Why does anybody, unless you're going to become a marine biologist, why would you need to do that? I know what the insides of a frog look like. What does that matter in the real world? What you're learning in school, this guidance of education, is bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. And the guidance of education is probably one of the biggest bullshit things ever, really, if we're being honest, because teachers are biased and they're going to teach you what they think that they know what they know. It's not that difficult to become a teacher. It's not. And I'm really sorry for teachers out there, but you know I'm not lying. Is it difficult to become a teacher? Not really. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. Learning about the Cuban Missile Crisis lets you not become Antifa. Cool. I was never taught that. Were many schools teaching you about the Cuban Missile Crisis? No, it's quite the opposite. In that case, what they were teaching you was how bad white people were for enslaving black people and the original sin that we had, and how the Jews did absolutely nothing wrong and Hitler came out of nowhere. That's what they teach you in school. That's what I learned. I knew Hitler was a bad guy. I remember learning that in high school. I remember learning that Hitler was a bad guy and what he did was awful things. But they didn't tell you about the Weimar Republic. They didn't tell you about all the other stuff that was going on. They didn't tell you about all the fucking billions of dollars that Germany owed the planet after World War I. That's how history books are. Hitler was a fascist. He was a bad dude. He did this. Whites are bad because of slavery. They're not teaching you the intricacies. If anything, I think what we've learned high school, but specifically of colleges, is that colleges and the education system make more Antifa people. They make more Black Lives Matter people. Education has had quite the opposite effect of that. Would we not agree that college professors are creating more commies? I mean, is that even something that's up for dispute in 2020? Schools are making more Antifa and more commies, so they're not making it better. And I'm sorry if you're a teacher, and I'm not saying there's not good teachers. There probably are some amazing teachers, but I'm obviously I'm generalizing. But they're doing the opposite effect. There are more commies now and more Antifa people now because of school, not less. There's fucking so much more. Listen to a college professor. Listen to how go to Ivy League school, any of these schools. Go to Berkeley. Go any one of these places. Let the college professor tell you how great communism is and how socialism is the answer. And go listen about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Go fucking listen. Go listen how cool Castro is. Listen to college professors have fucking sermons for when Castro had how great he was. You don't get anything. And I'm not saying, and by the way, you sound exactly like Fidel. Cabaret, Jesus Christ, dog. Chill out, man. You listen to the show too long. I'm not saying get rid of education. But what I am saying is that the current education system is not good. That's my point. Just throwing words around like education, get rid of it. Tell me when I ever said get rid of education. I never said that. But what I am saying is that education, the education system is absolutely dripping with bias. So you're not getting a real education. You are learning what they want you to learn. You are not getting, it's like the news, right? Where they're gonna tell you the side of the story that they want you to tell you. And by the way, you sound like exactly like Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro never got rid of education. The Cuban kids go to school all the way through 12th grade. Are you kidding me? As a matter of fact, Fidel Castro loved education. But the education that he taught them was what he wanted to teach them. You know who else loved re-education and education? Fucking Stalin, Lenin. They loved education. It's what they're teaching you. It's what they're teaching you that is the problem. That's what the issue is. saying you want to get rid of education, it's kind of like saying, you know, it kind of belittles the whole thing, right? Where it's like, no, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is you have to go to school. Cuba has a high literacy rate, by the way, folks. I don't know if you know this. Cuba has a very high literacy rate. Kids go to school there. They also learn fucking commie bullshit at those schools. So the issue isn't education. The issue is what they're teaching you. It's a fact. Fidel killed the teachers and trained commie educators. Okay, my fucking God. Dude, are you fucking with me? Is that what you're doing? Yes, and you know what they call commie educators now? Teachers. They're called teachers. The problem is that, would you not agree that college professors are you know what the difference is? I'll tell you what the difference is. This is my point. So it's okay. Fidel Castro, absolutely, had to kill teachers to put in commie educators. In this country, we'd had to kill 0 teachers. And we still, through social engineering, got commie educators. That's the difference. That is the difference in this country. We didn't have to kill one teacher, but through shame and through white guilt and through the subversion of history, we also got commie educators. As a matter of fact, a lot of colleges that you go to and a lot of these professors' ideas line up directly with these commie educators in Cuba. The difference is, in this country, we did it without spilling any blood. And that's a fact. Go talk to a kid that's in college that just left Berkeley. Go talk to them and talk to them about the economy. Go ahead. Go talk to them. Go talk to them about what they think about social justice. Go talk to them what they think about socialism. Go talk to them. Go talk to them what they think about Fidel Castro. Talk to them. See what they tell you. He was a freedom fighter. He was a freedom fighter. I don't want to get rid of education. I just don't want commies educating children. I'm sorry if that's a fucking hot take. I'm sorry if I'm a hot take McGee with that one. Just how I feel. And if you think that the college system hasn't created a lot of the Antifa people and hasn't created a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement and in coming through that pipeline and that self-guilt and stuff hasn't created it, but you're not paying attention. Not all universities are like that. Stanford University, leftist stronghold, is where these freaking soul works. Okay. But again, you are pointing out one data point. I think in 2014, there was a poll that showed 90% of college professors are Democrats. I think it's about 90%. Not college, university. There's a distinction. 90% of university professors are Democrats. Yes, I understand that there's going to be the Jordan Petersons of the worlds and the Thomas Sowells of the worlds and the Amy Coney Barretts of the world. But by and large, that's not what you get. It's not what you get. Sorry to get off top, but I love your beard, sexy. Oh, Jesus Christ, Sushi. That's not what you get. You know it's not. I am not saying that a fucking flower can't grow from the concrete. Of course it can. Of course it can. But most university professors are Democrats. That's how they vote. It's how it is. A few years ago, I mean, it's maybe 10, 12 years ago now, Penn and Teller did a bullshit on college campuses. I recommend you watch it. It's actually very, very interesting to see. Of course you're going to get some right-wing people that come out of there. Absolutely. Royce, we get it. All non-whites are bad and should practice a caste system. I really wonder sometimes if that's what people are getting out of what I'm saying. I mean, I'm sure John's fucking around. But college educated Republicans came from them too. No, but college educated Republicans had to ignore the indoctrination. You know who's talking about how fucked up the college system is? College educated Republicans, because they went through it. If you're a Republican and you go to college, chances are you're going to have to listen to a lot of bullshit you don't agree with to get your degree and get the flying fuck out of there, because you need a degree to go on. You do. You need a degree to go on. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. College educated Republicans are the first people. Dude, there's interviews everywhere. You can watch them online. I'm not saying anything that's crazy. College educated Republicans can tell you how fucked up the college system is and how biased it is. How many stories do we read about professors giving Fs to Republicans because they didn't write the socially woke stuff? You read it all the time. You don't really see it the other way. You really don't. You know? And that's just how it is. None of the professors knew where I lined up politically because I would have failed classes if they knew I was a conservative. I went into university, a lefty, and they convinced me to move to the right. Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, well, because you see it, right? I had to use better and more sources for my papers than my liberal peers. Go down the list. This isn't me just making this up. Go down the list. I remember when I was going to Broward College, I've told the story before, but just to tell you my firsthand experience of this, I was in 2002, 2003. So it was just a little bit, 2002 probably. So it was a year separated from 9/11. I was taking and I shit you not, guys, an economics class. Okay? I was taking an economics class. And in that economics class, my teacher decided to go on a rant on why George Bush did 9/11 and how Republicans were evil and they were going to hang George Bush in high noon. And he came in like Alex Jones with a fucking stack of papers. And the entire year we learned nothing about economics. And I mean this seriously. This is a true story. We only learned, and this is the early days of conspiracy theorists, it was wild. An economics class, we learned about why George Bush did 9/11 and why it was an inside job and how everybody knew what it was and this and that. And to the point where everyone got an A in the class because we were saying, look, we're going to go tell fucking the dean about this because we need to learn about economics or whatever. And the guy just ended up passing everybody. John, my buddy, says, I went to school in California, the worst system in the world. Socialized education only leads to more socialists. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I feel. And tell me what that has to do with economics. Like, it was a fucking very weird situation, and that's what it is. I mean, I would love if the education system was more fair, but it's not. I'm not shitting on education. I'm shitting on what's being taught. You know? And I think we're not being taught I think kids aren't being taught very well. I mean, that's, I guess, my point. I guess that's my point. I wonder sometimes I know people come into stuff with preconceived notions. It's freaking disgusting how they did that. The same thing in my kid's high school. Teach her history, you dumb idiot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. In high school, I had a history teacher that never told us how he voted. In university, it became ideological. That's how it works. I mean, I agree with that. So I'm not saying that everyone's a bad teacher. I'm not saying there's bad professors. I'm not saying that. I'm not. But anyway, I mean, I'm sure everyone has their own personal experience, and I'm sure if you went to a fucking Texas university, it's different than if you went to other places. I get that. Went off on a tangent here. I gotta get going, guys. Sorry I went off. We'll finish that video tomorrow. We will definitely finish that video tomorrow. I'm sorry I went off on this whole fucking thing. And I know the election's tomorrow, and I'm talking about education instead of the election. Whatever. I guess we'll talk about the election ROTC. Thank you guys for listening. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are fantastic. See, we'll do this. Guys, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I hope all of you have a fantastic, wonderful, and amazing day, Wave. Bye. Bye.